Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. After having elaborated three important yogas like Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga and Dhyana Yoga, Bhagavan Shri Krishna gives a new third eye to Arjuna. That is what just now we chanted. This particular statement, it is in the 11th chapter. Before Bhagavan presents his Vishwarupa, omnipotent, omniscient form. It is very interesting. As we go for all these yogas and practice them in our day-to-day life, naturally some extra inbuilt eye gets opened. It is not that some external bio eye fixed to him. Pashyame yogamaishwaram, he tells. O Arjuna, divyam dadami te chakshuhu. I give you a special divine eye to you after having got it. See my yogic form. Pashyame yogamaishwaram. My universal yogic form, you see. Hitherto you were seeing my Yadava form, my Krishna form, my Vasudeva form, my Gopala form, my Rakshasantaka form. These are all my incarnations, various forms of incarnations. I have shown from very childhood, he has been showing all these incarnations. That is the greatness of Sri Krishna. But now I am presenting a different type of form. That is universal form. So far, my individual personality, it is familiar to you. But now I am presenting universal form. That is what Krishna says. It is easy to see that individual form of divine, but just to see that universal form of Bhagavan, it is not possible with these two bio eyes. We must develop a divine eye. But how it is possible? It is only by internal sadhana, by sadhana of Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. That is the secret of Bhagavad Gita. After having elaborately explained elaborately these yogas, various definitions of yoga. Only definitions are different. Yoga is one. He presents this thought. How to develop it? It's practicing yoga, practicing yoga. And later on he gives one more guidelines for that. Okay, I practice yoga, I am ready to do now. Everywhere yoga is being practiced now. Even great scientists also now talk of so much about. Even scientific fraternity also now open-heartedly accepting yoga. All highly advancing countries, they are also welcoming. All G8 countries, G15 countries, G20 countries, all are now ready to accept yoga. Wonderful. But how to develop yoga inside? One is gradually developing this inbuilt eye, divine eye, third eye. Divyam dadami te chakshu. But for that, what is that? Verifying thing. What is that? Guideline. How to get it? Guidelines. One is very good. We see such role models in front of our eyes and follow them. It is very good. That is what Krishna says. I am the role model here in front of you. Shishyasteham, that is what he told. Shadhi mam tvam prapannam. You are my role model. Oh Krishna, please tell me. That is what he says. Krishna says, it is very good. You are real patra, very much suitable candidate for receiving this yoga. I am very happy. That is what Krishna says. And he tells, good. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. If it is good, how to decide that he is an eligible candidate or not for yoga? Then Krishna says, pranipata, you have pranipata, surrendering tendency you have. It is a very good factor for eligibility for yoga. Pariprashna, again another one more quality, that questioning tendency that you have. You are not a jaded fellow. You are not a regimented fellow. You have that questioning tendency. It is a very good thing for receiving knowledge. Pariprashnena. And one more quality is seva. It is rendering service, sharing and caring tendency. All these three important eligibility criteria for yoga, you possessed. Already you possessed. That is why I feel that you are very, very suitable candidate for yoga. That is how Krishna motivates Arjuna. We also have these qualities. But now and then we have to evaluate whether I have this capacity. Three capacities. Three eligibility criteria for yoga. Pranipata means it is surrendering. Yes, yoga, it is my mission. It is my life mission. I do it. Pariprashna, another one is asking question. It is not just, sometimes we make our mind block. No questions. Always yes. These yes company people. It's not good at all. Our Indian theology, Indian tradition never permits this one. We must not be like that. At the same time, you say no company also bad. Some people, every time whatever you say, they no. They start with no. Some people, they always start with yes. These two are very bad. That is why that moderate approach, it is very good. That is called receiving. So Arjuna got that. So with this thing, he proceeds further. So eligibility criteria 3. Pranipata. Second one is Pariprashna and Seva. So part of Seva only we are doing Karma Yoga here. Yes, we have to render our Seva to all these vanaspatis, plants. Actually, in this type of Gurukula type atmosphere, we must serve cows also every day morning. We must visit Bhu Seva, Go Seva. Two must be inseparable activity of a yogic practice. That is why every day we participate in this Karma Yoga. With that concept and inspiration, we must take part. Then there will be no grumbling, there will be no place for murmuring. Joyfully we do that. So many of you are doing that joyfully. I am watching, very happy thing. It is Seva. With these 3 criteria, we must proceed further in Yoga Marga. So Arjuna could succeed in that with the help of. This is called Shastra. So later on Krishna concludes Tasmad Shastram Pramanante Karya Kari Vyavasthito Tasmad Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartum Yaharhasi. Now I am here to guide you, O Arjuna, but when I am not here, what is that guidelines? You have to knock at the door of that. That is that big divine building, that is Shastra, that is the Vedas, that is Vedanta, that is Vedangas. They are the real treasure houses of ancient science and philosophy. Traditional knowledge sources, they are called. There we have to get it. Shastra Vidhanoktam. Sometimes we don't go to that. It is good that every time we must not confine to Shastra. Whatever it is told, there we are free to apply our own independent brain, logical power. That is called Manana in our Shastra. But without Shravana, proper study of Shastra, directly if you go to Tarka, use your Tarka, logical power, it will be negative, it will be misleading. That is why it must be Shastra-based logical power. Dustarkat suviramyatam Shrutimatatarkaha anusandhiyatam. That is what Shankara says, Adi Shankara. Whatever logic you use, it is good, but it must be spiritually based, Vedanta based, Tarka, logics. Then you will arrive at proper conclusion, and in the light of that conclusion you can act so that it will be result oriented. Leads to proper result. Otherwise we wither away. This is called Shastra. So we are so fortunate that we inherited that great Shastra treasure house embedded in the Vedas and Vedantas and Vedangas. With that understanding, we have to proceed. Now we, in this semester, we have done this. A bit of it we could do. It is to be reflected now in your examinations. Certainly here there are such well-versed professors with this insight of Shastra, with this much insight of yoga practice. We were there, however we could spend some time with them so that we got that light of knowledge. But what that light of knowledge? Now this is the high time. It must be reflected in your answer papers. From Monday onwards you are there in the examinations halls writing your answers to those questions. It is called exam. Okay. Exam is an inseparable part of our academic programs. But in the name of examination, so much hue and cry it is going on in many different universities. Very alarming things are happening. Some students even they enter the examination hall with a knife. Like great heroes with their friends. It is not most unfortunate. Here in this university we have that wonderful tradition. Examination, it is for what? It is for exam for evaluate. What is that evaluate? Our cognitive expansion is evaluated in the process of examination. For that purpose, examination must be there. It is not that to show our might, our right. No. Examination, it is just for cognitive expansion. So, examination, it is for expansion. Examination, it is for evaluation. This 2E formula we must understand. E, exam, it is for 2 E's. One is expansion, it is not E, expansion. Evaluation, it is for evaluation. But evaluation, it is for what purpose? Another E, one more E. It is for elevation. Elevation, yes, we are elevated. So from this BSc 1 to 2, 2 to 3, MSc 1, first year, second year, third year, like that. If our standard is elevated, our knowledge elevated, our personality elevated, our utility elevated, our fame, name, everything elevated. So, this 3E formula must be understood. E, examination, must be aimed at E, evaluation of our knowledge, and it must lead to our personality elevation. With this insight, let us take part. So, Vivekananda, our great divine hero of this person, this university, will bless all of us to proceed further on this chartered line and path. Oh.